Have you ever noticed something in your child's behavior and wondered, is this just a phase? Or could it be something more? You're not alone. Many parents are in the same boat, trying to figure out if certain behaviors are just quirks or subtle signs of autism. The truth is, there are signs that often fly under the radar. Things that are so small, they can easily be missed or misunderstood. And sometimes, they're the very things that could help make a big difference if recognized early. So, what if you could learn to spot these signs before they become challenges? What if I told you that recognizing just a few small things could help your child thrive? In this video, we'll talk about these often missed signs so you can feel more confident in your parenting journey and help your child get the support they need. Let's get into it. Hi, I'm Emily, and welcome back to Parenting Beyond Labels. If you're new here, I'm so glad you found us. This channel is all about offering practical advice and support for parents raising neurodiverse children. We know how challenging it can be, and we're here to help you navigate those tough moments with real, actionable tips that can make a difference. Now, today's video is one that I think will be really eye-opening for a lot of parents. We're going to talk about something really important: 10 subtle signs of autism that are often missed, even by the most attentive parents. These are the signs that, if spotted early, can really change how we approach our children's development. But unfortunately, they tend to fly under the radar because they can be so small or easily brushed off as just quirky behaviors or passing phases. So if you've ever wondered, am I seeing something here? Or am I overthinking it? This video is for you. In just a moment, we'll go over each of these signs, and I'll explain exactly what they look like and why they might be easy to miss. But more importantly, we're going to talk about what you can do about it. It's one thing to identify a sign, but knowing how to support your child when you do is what really matters. And because I know how overwhelming it can feel to be in this position, I'll be offering you concrete, practical steps you can take to make sure your child gets the support they need. You won't just walk away knowing the signs. You'll have a clear idea of how to help. But wait, there's more. Stick around until the very end because I'll be sharing a bonus tip with you, something that can help you address these signs early and make a huge impact on your child's development. It's one of those little things that can actually make a big difference if you catch it at the right time. So, let's get started and really explore these 10 subtle signs, starting with the first one. Sign 1. Difficulty with eye contact. Let's start with eye contact. For many kids, looking someone in the eye is a basic social skill. But for children on the autism spectrum, eye contact can be uncomfortable or overwhelming. It's not that they're being rude or avoiding you on purpose. It's just that they're processing the world around them in a different way. Think about how you might feel in a crowded room full of noise and bright lights. For some kids with autism, that's what direct eye contact can feel like: intense and distracting. So, what can you do about it? One helpful tool is using visual supports like eye contact charts or pictures, showing how eye contact works in different situations. You can also practice this with them slowly, in a calm setting where they're not overwhelmed. Start with short, positive moments and build from there. Celebrate when they make even a small effort, and remember, it's all about progress, not perfection. Let's be honest. If you're watching this video, it's because you care about your child's development, right? So if you're really committed to giving them the best chance to thrive, subscribing to this channel is the least you can do. It's free, and it takes just a second to click that subscribe button. I promise you, you don't want to miss out on the invaluable advice and strategies we'll continue to share. Don't let this be another video you watch and forget about. Your child's future is at stake. Hit that subscribe button now and let's do this together. Sign 2. Limited use of gestures. Most children naturally pick up on using gestures to communicate, things like pointing at something they want or waving hello. But kids with autism may not use gestures as much, or they may not understand when to use them. So if your child isn't pointing to objects or showing interest in things in the same way other kids do, it might not be because they don't want to, it might just be that they haven't learned how to yet. You can start introducing simple sign language to help your child express themselves. Even something as simple as the sign for more or all done can help them communicate their needs. And don't forget to model these gestures yourself. Children often learn by watching, so if you make an effort to use them, they're more likely to catch on. Sign 3. Hyperfocus or obsession with specific topics or activities. Some children with autism can develop a hyperfocus or even an obsession with specific topics or activities. You may notice that your child will talk about the same thing over and over again, and they can get really fixated on it. This could be anything from dinosaurs, trains, or even a specific episode of their favorite show. It's not unusual, but it can feel a bit much when it starts taking over every conversation. And while this can be an amazing strength because they can learn a lot about their favorite topic, it's also important to help them expand their interests. Try to introduce new subjects gently, in a way that feels fun and engaging for them. You can make it a game or even find ways to tie their interests into other areas of learning. The goal is to encourage their passions while helping them explore a broader world of topics. If you're looking for more in-depth strategies to support your child, I highly recommend checking out Autism Positive Parenting by Sharon Davin. It's a fantastic book that offers practical advice, strategies, and insights for parents looking to support their child's growth and well-being in a positive, effective way. If you haven't checked it out yet, I highly recommend giving it a read. You can find it on Amazon, and I've dropped the link in the description below, along with a few other helpful books that could make a big difference in your journey. Don't hesitate to check them out. Sign 4. Sensory sensitivities, over or undersensitive. Many children with autism have heightened or decreased sensitivity to sensory input. Some kids might be very sensitive to loud noises, bright lights, or even certain textures in clothes. Others may not react to pain the same way other children do, or they might not notice when something is too hot or too cold. These sensory sensitivities are often misunderstood as fussiness or stubbornness, but they are real and can be overwhelming for your child. You can create a sensory-friendly space at home by using calming colors, soft textures, and quiet areas where your child can retreat when they feel overstimulated. Noise-canceling headphones or weighted blankets can also provide comfort and help regulate sensory input. The goal is to give your child a safe space to manage these overwhelming feelings. I know what you're thinking. I'll subscribe later, but later often turns into never, doesn't it? The truth is, every day you wait, you could be missing out on crucial strategies that could make a world of difference in your child's life. So if you're serious about making a difference, hit that subscribe button right now. Don't make the mistake of waiting until it's too late. Your child deserves the best support, and it starts with staying informed. Sign 5. Difficulty understanding social cues. Now let's talk about social cues. Children with autism can often have a hard time reading facial expressions or understanding body language, which can make social situations confusing for them. For example, they might not realize when someone is upset or when it's their turn to speak in a conversation. This is one of those signs that can be hard to notice until it creates social challenges. Using social stories can be really helpful for teaching your child about different social situations. You can also practice role-playing at home, model how to greet people, take turns in a conversation, and respond to different social cues. Remember, it's not about getting it right every time, but about giving them the tools to start understanding these social norms. Sign 6, repetitive movements, also known as stimming, are behaviors like hand flapping, rocking, or repeating sounds or phrases. For children with autism, these behaviors often help them self-regulate when they're feeling anxious, excited, or overwhelmed. These stims are their way of coping with the world around them, but they can sometimes be misunderstood as bad behavior. Instead of discouraging stimming, try to find positive outlets for it. Provide things like stress balls, fidget toys, or textured fabric for them to touch when they need to self-soothe. The goal is to let your child know that it's okay to stim,
but perhaps in a way that is socially acceptable or in a controlled environment. For more fantastic resources, make sure to check out Autism Positive Parenting and other recommended books in the description below. These books can give you even more insights and tools for your parenting journey. Sign 7. Difficulty with transitions. Children with autism often struggle with transitions, moving from one activity to another, or even changing locations. They might get upset when it's time to leave the park or stop playing their favorite game. This can be a huge challenge, and it's something that many parents face without realizing it's related to autism. You can help ease transitions by preparing your child in advance. Visual schedules can be very helpful, as can timers that count down to the next activity. When transitions happen, give them a few minutes of warning so they have time to adjust. And if possible, allow them to have some control in the process. Letting them know what's next can ease a lot of the anxiety that comes with change. Sign 8. Challenges with emotional regulation. Emotional regulation is another area where children with autism may struggle. They might have meltdowns or shut down in response to feeling overwhelmed, but it's not about being difficult. It's their way of trying to cope with emotions they might not know how to express yet. Teaching coping strategies can help your child manage these intense emotions. Techniques like deep breathing, counting, or using calming sensory tools like a weighted blanket or stress ball can make a huge difference. Creating a calm down corner or space in your home can also help when they need to de-escalate. If you're not going to subscribe, then what exactly are you waiting for? If you care about your child's growth and well-being, why wouldn't you take advantage of every tool, tip, and resource we're providing here? Don't let fear or hesitation keep you from making a choice that could positively impact your child's future. If you won't subscribe, leave a comment below and tell us why. Maybe you don't believe it will help, or maybe you think you already know everything. Either way, I'm curious why you'd walk away from something that could change everything for your child.
Sign 9. Delayed or absent speech development. Some children with autism may have delayed speech development. They might not speak at all, or they may only use a few words to communicate. This doesn't mean they won't develop language skills, it's just that it might take a little longer for them to express themselves verbally. Working with a speech therapist can be really beneficial in this case. In the meantime, you can support communication by using visual aids, sign language, or communication apps. The goal is to make sure your child has every opportunity to express themselves, even if it's not through words yet. Sign 10. Lack of joint attention. Joint attention is when a child looks at something and then shares that focus with another person, like pointing to something and looking at you to share the experience. Some children with autism struggle with this and might not naturally share focus with others, which can affect bonding and social connection. To encourage joint attention, use toys or games that require both of you to focus on something together. Books, puzzles, or interactive play can help your child draw their attention to an object and encourage them to share that moment with you. Don't forget to explore Autism Positive Parenting by Sharon DeVenne, along with other great reads that I've linked in the description. These resources can offer you more tips, techniques, and support as you continue your journey of parenting your neurodiverse child. You won't regret checking them out. Okay, so now we've gone through these 10 subtle signs of autism, and I hope it's been eye-opening for you. But I really want to hear from you. Your experience is just as important as what we've talked about. Parenting a neurodiverse child is a journey that's filled with its ups and downs, and I know how easy it is sometimes to feel like you're going through it alone. So let me ask you, have you noticed any of these signs in your child? Maybe some were familiar to you, or perhaps there's one that really surprised you. I know every child is different, so I'm curious to know which signs stood out the most for you. Was there something you didn't realize could be related to autism before today? Or maybe you've already been on top of it and this video just gave you some new tools to help along the way. I really want to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let's start a conversation. There's no right or wrong answer here, just parents sharing their experiences and learning from each other.
We're all in this together, and I believe that the more we connect, the better equipped we all are to support our kids in the best way possible. And if you're feeling comfortable, I'd love for you to share any other signs that you've noticed that weren't covered in today's video. Who knows, it might help another parent spot something in their child that they might have missed. And while you're at it, make sure to like this video if it's helped you in any way. It really helps us spread the word and reach other parents who could benefit from the tips and advice we've shared today. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. By subscribing, you'll be the first to know whenever we post new videos, and trust me, you won't want to miss them. Okay, so let's quickly recap what we've covered today. We talked about 10 subtle signs of autism that often go unnoticed even by the most caring and attentive parents. These signs, like difficulty with eye contact, sensory sensitivities, and challenges with emotional regulation, might seem small on their own, but when put together, they paint a bigger picture. Recognizing these signs early is so important because it can help you take the right steps to get your child the support they need, and it can help them thrive in ways you might not have imagined yet. Even if you only start with 1 or 2 of these tips, you'll be taking important steps toward helping your child navigate the world with more comfort and confidence. Before you go, if you're looking for more in-depth strategies for raising a child with autism, I highly recommend checking out Autism Positive Parenting by Sharon DeVenne. It's filled with practical advice and strategies that can really help you create a positive and supportive environment for your child. You can grab a copy on Amazon today. Just click the link in the description below. Trust me, it's one you won't want to miss. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you found it helpful, please don't forget to like and share it with others who might benefit. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on any of the helpful tips and advice we have in store. I can't wait to see you in the next video, where we'll continue supporting each other on this amazing journey of parenting our special needs children.